Hello and welcome to the 8th episode of my Call of Duty Ghosts Weapon Guide. In this episode, the Viper, a Ukrainian adaptation of the AK-74 design into a compact bullpup configuration, its name translating as wild boar. The Viper's per shot damage is low, although like all other SMGs, you will kill in 3 shots to the body up close, or 2 headshots. Effective range is about average for the SMG class, and the Viper's minimum damage is quite good, meaning you'll never need more than 5 shots to kill at any distance. Rate of fire is average for the class at 869 rounds per minute. And while other SMGs might outperform you in this regard, you'll barely break a sweat when facing off against assault rifles at a close range. Hipfire performance is good too, with spread identical to all other SMGs. Recoil is quite mild, with the Viper proving very controllable under automatic fire, enough to compete with some assault rifles at a middle range. This hybrid performance is reflected in the Viper's handling, unfortunately, as aim time is a little slower than average at 250 milliseconds, exactly halfway between an SMG and assault rifle. Mobility is uncompromised, however, as you'll move at 100% of the base speed. Magazine capacity is the highest in class at 42 rounds, with extended mags taking this to an even loftier 63. Like the P90 in previous games, this supply is one of the Viper's key traits, and despite the long magazine, reloads are painless at 2.96 seconds, about average for the SMG category. The Viper is a versatile SMG with generous capacity, and can be used in a variety of roles successfully. The silencer can be a good fit, concealing your position and cutting muzzle flash to assist on the aim front. While you do lose a portion of your effective range, the lower recoil and ample magazine of the Viper mean that any extra shots required are easily at hand. And these stealth benefits will mean you often have the benefit of surprise over your enemy. For your second attachment, you could choose to maximize the already generous capacity with extended mags. And while 63 rounds may seem like overkill, this will mean you can skip reloads between engagements without any concern, lessening the need for sleight of hand. For your perks, Quick Draw is an expensive option, but one which will compensate for the Viper's otherwise slightly sluggish aim time. With this option, you'll be able to snap onto targets more quickly, giving you a close range advantage over slower handling weapons. As an alternative, if you'd rather rely on unaimed fire for your reactive needs, steady aim could work here instead. Dead silence is a very logical pairing with a silencer, quieting your footsteps alongside your shots. More attentive foes might otherwise gain notice of your arrival, which could spell your demise if they're able to position themselves in a defensive stance. Pair this with Amplify for the ultimate audio advantage. An expensive duo, but one that will work wonders for those able to use sound to their own advantage. With it, you'll be able to hear your opponent trampling nearby like elephants, giving you prior warning of unseen foes and the ability to tackle them on advantageous terms. Beyond this, any of the handling or mobility options are a good fit for an SMG, or you could even choose to further embrace your stealthy side. The Viper is an easy-to-handle SMG that has a blend of high output with generous magazine capacity. No other SMG can match its default magazine capacity of 42 rounds, and this means you can more liberally dispense your supply and still retain enough for multiple opponents per reload. The low recoil is a boon too. While damage is relatively low, it remains simple to direct fire even onto targets outside typical SMG ranges. However, like all SMGs, you will struggle to directly compete against other weapons at a mid to long range, and in many cases, you might be better off avoiding conflict until circumstances fall in your favor. Take the path less traveled and seek to strike from the side or rear of your opposition. The Viper is a little slower to react than some other SMGs too. With its slower aim time and otherwise average handling, your reactive fire ability might not always be up to snuff. Still, the weapon is easy to handle, and as a result, certainly more versatile than most alternatives in its class. This Viper might not be a snake, but if you wait for the perfect moment to strike, the enemy will surely feel your venom. Thank you very much for watching, and join me next time when I'll be covering the Remington R5. Until then, farewell.